Hello friends, welcome to my channel Learning English. Today I have decided to teach you the first chapter from your class 8 literature book Honeydew, and the name of the chapter is The Best Christmas Present in the World. Before we read the story, I would like to tell you the historical background of the story. This story is set in the context of World War I, which took place in the year 1914. It started in 1914 and it continued till 1918. At one side, there were countries like Germany, Austria Hungary, Bulgaria, and the Ottoman Empire. And on the other side, there were countries like Great Britain, France, Russia, Italy, Romania, Japan, and the United States of America. Now, in this story, we see that the British and the German soldiers are engaged in this World War I, and in the midst of the war, they were doing something which was exceptional as well as unusual. What are those unusual events that we are going to know while we read this story? In this video, I am going to explain you the chapter line by line, and I am also going to explain you the word meanings, which are difficult. So let's start. There are some dates or periods of time in the history of the world that are so significant that everyone knows and remembers them. The story you will read mentions one such date and event, a war between the British and the Germans in 1914. Can you guess which war it was? So I am talking about World War I. So in this story, we will see that the British and the German soldiers are involved in this war, and something is going to happen between these two sides. What are the things which are going to happen? That we will discuss through this chapter. I spotted it in a junk shop in Bridport, a roll-top desk. So in the first line of the story, we see that the author has gone to a shop in Bridport. Now, what kind of shop? He has gone to a junk shop. Now, friends, I would like to tell you first, what are junk shops? Now, junk shops are those which sells second-hand goods or inexpensive antiques. So, antiques you will get at a very low price in junk shop. So, the author has gone to such kind of a shop, and there he saw a roll top desk. Now, what is a roll top desk? I'm going to show you one picture of it. So this is it. As you can see, this is a roll top desk. It is made up of oak wood and it is very expensive. So the author had wanted one, but they were far too expensive. This was in a bad condition. The roll top in several pieces, one leg clumsily mended, scorch marks all down one side. So you see, the moment the author saw this roll top desk, he decided to buy it because he knew if he wanted to buy a brand new roll top desk made of oak wood, it would be very expensive. So he thought he can buy something which is coming at a very cheaper price and he can repair it and he can use it. So he is also mentioning the condition in which the roll top desk is in. So you see, he's telling the roll top in several pieces. So it is in several pieces, one leg clumsily mended. So one leg of it is mended. That means it is repaired, but it is in a very shaky condition. At any point of time, it can break. Scorch marks all down one side. Scorch marks here refers to burnt marks. So as you can understand that this roll top desk has encountered fire. It was going for very little money. I thought I could restore it. That means he thought of repairing it. It would be a risk, a challenge, but I had to have it. So you see, he's telling that if he buys this roll top desk now, it will be a risk as well as a challenge. Why it will be a risk? Because you see, if he buys this now and he takes it back home, then it can break at any point of time. So it will be a complete loss if it breaks. And it is also a challenge for him. Why? Because now he is buying it in a very small amount, and then if he can repair it and use it, it will be his benefit. So that's why it is a challenge. Now he has to repair it properly in order to use it. Then only his challenge will be successful. I paid the man and brought it back to my workroom at the back of the garage. I began work on it on Christmas Eve. So he decided to work on it on Christmas Eve after bringing it back home. So this is your first paragraph. We are moving on to the second one. I removed the roll top completely and pulled out the drawers. The veneer had lifted almost everywhere. Now you see the roll top desk which he has taken back home. When he has tried to pull those drawers, those were not easily coming out, because since it was old, it took a lot of time and it took a lot of effort from the part of the poet in order to take those out properly. So it looked like water damage to me. Both the fire and water had clearly taken their toll on this desk. So according to the author, this roll top desk was badly affected both by fire and water. As a result, it was difficult for him to pull the drawers. The last drawer was stuck first. I tried all I could to ease it out gently. In the end, I used brute force. So, since it was not coming out very easily, he had to use all his strength in order to pull those drawers and take it out. I struck it sharply with the side of my fist, and the drawer flew open to reveal a shallow space underneath, a secret drawer. So when he pulled out with huge force, that revealed a shallow space underneath, and there the author saw a secret drawer. So drawer within a drawer. Very interesting. There was something in there. I reached in and took out a small black tin box. So within that drawer, he has found a small black colored tin box. Sellotaped to the top of it was a piece of lined note paper. So he found a paper over there which was sellotaped, and written on it in shaky handwriting, Jim's last letter received January 25th, 1915. So there he found that somebody has written over there, Jim's last letter received January 25th, 1915. Now the name of the person who has given this letter is Jim, and the person to whom this letter belonged, that person has written in a very shaky handwriting. Now shaky handwriting can be caused due to various reasons. One of the most probable reasons in this story is that which I think, that perhaps the person who is writing this thing, so he or she might be very old. As a result, their handwriting is very shaky. That person might have some nervous problems, so that can also be a reason, but that we are going to find out while we read the story. So the letter which he has received, there the name of Jim was mentioned. Now who was Jim? That will be revealed later. I'm not going to tell you now who was Jim. So that was Jim's last record which this person kept with him or her, whatever it is. And the date mentioned over is January 25th, 1915. So these dates are also very significant, because you see 1915 refers 1 year after the World War I has started. Okay, so 1 year has passed when this letter was written and when this person has received this letter. To be buried with me when the time comes. So you see, the person to whom this letter belonged, to him or to her, this letter holds a lot of significance, because you see, he or she has mentioned over here that this letter should be buried along with me. That means it is very precious to him or her, this letter. Otherwise, he or she would not have told that this letter will be buried along with that person. I knew as I did it was wrong of me to open the box, but curiosity got the better of my scruples. Now friends, you see, we all know that if a letter comes for some particular person, the other persons are not allowed to open it and not allowed to see it. This is a basic part of mannerisms which we all know, but it's our human nature. Sometimes our curiosity becomes so much that we don't think about all these mannerisms and we do something which we should not do. So the same thing happened with the author also. He knew that it was not right on his part to take out this letter and read because it belonged to someone else. But still, as curiosity has got over his scruples, he can't do anything. So he has decided to read it. So you see the meaning of scruples is also mentioned over here. Feelings that make you hesitate to do something wrong. Why was he hesitating? Because he knew what he was doing was absolutely wrong. But he had no choice because he was curious. So inside the box there was an envelope. The address read Mrs. Jim McPherson, 12 Copper Beaches, Bridport. So now we get a confirmation that to whom this letter belonged, that person is Mrs. Jim McPherson. That means the wife of Mr. Jim McPherson. I took out the letter and unfolded it. It was written in pencil and dated at the top December 26, 1914. So December 26, 1914, this year also is significant as well as the date. December 26 means one day after the Christmas. That means 25th December. So the author took out the letter and unfolded it, and it was written in pencil and dated at the top. So the date was mentioned, year 1914, in which the world was started, and December 26 means one day after the Christmas. So what happened on that particular day, those events will be mentioned in this letter, which we all can guess till now. Whatever events are going to take place afterwards, that we will come to know in the next chapter. So this is the part 1 of the best Christmas present in the world. I hope I made it clear to you. In my next video, I am going to explain you the second part, as well as I'll give you the word meanings and the question answers related to it. So till then, stay safe,